Hello and welcome to another edition of Miike Monday with me, the Heart Critic, where on Monday I look at the works of one of my favourite directors, Takashi Miike. And today I'll be looking at the first film of his that was ever released for the second one he ever directed, and that is the 1991 police comedy Eyecatch Junction. Now the film follows a group of female police officers who join this gymnastic fitness club, and they're tired of the men getting all the good work while they're lumped with all the traffic stuff. So they decide to make a secret crime fighting unit called Eyecatch Junction, where they fight crime dressed up in colourful leotards. Now that last part about the leotards only really happens in the climax. The majority of this film is all about the investigation. They're out looking for a murderer. It's very standard stuff, but I thought this was a fun movie overall. It's got a fair amount of humour going on, quite a playful tone, there's good comical moments, albeit some of it is quite silly and has some very odd elements, but I really enjoyed and laughed at quite a bit of it. Nearly every male character in this is seen as perverse in some way, whether it be creeping on the girls training in their leotards or having some other kind of kink, and there's a lot of excitable comical nosebleeds on the go, like you usually see in anime and manga. And I particularly really like how they take out the main antagonist in this. It's done in a very fun way. It's also quite competently shot and even has a few interesting bits of cinematography, with a few moments being used for comical effect, but there are some other interesting angles in the way they shoot things that really are pretty cool. Although the acting here was pretty decent overall too, nothing super good. And a bit exaggerated, but I thought it worked well enough. And there's also a couple of notable actors who went on to have quite solid careers, like Hiroku Nakajima, who has loads of TV credits to her name. And then you've got Daisuke Nakakuro, who is in quite a few things, and he's also in Miike's bodyguard Kiba as well. I couldn't find an official cast list at all, but I am almost certain that this also features notable veteran actor Den in one of his early roles. And like I said, I'm not certain that it is him, but it does look a hell of a lot like him. And the film also has this really kooky, kind of funky 80s electronic synth score, which also has a couple of creepier bits in it. Like there's this spooky piano piece that happens, which sounds like it would fit into an episode of Goosebumps or a 90s horror video game. Although I do think that the first 4 notes of it are in fact the first 4 notes of the Nightmare on Elm Street theme, but it could have been trying to rip it off a bit maybe. So yeah, overall I don't think this is too bad at all. It is rough around the edges and it can be very silly, which I know can be a negative for some people, but I did think it's certainly enjoyment and just a nice 90-minute bit of fun. If you're interested in Miike's really early works, or if you're just, looking for a camp but ever so slightly perverse police comedy, then yeah, I'd say it's worth checking out. I'd give it 3 hearts out of 5. I am the Heart Critic. This has been my heartfelt opinion. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.